I'm Kev.
And I'm Steve.
And we're from the internet.
Want to get your question answered on a future episode of We're From The Internet? Head over to we'refromtheinternet.com/question, tweet your questions at KevinSteve, email kevinsteve@gmail.com, or post them at facebook.com/KevinSteve, or even leave them in the comments for this episode.
Who invented bacon?
Pigs. Next question. Move along.
Yeah. What can we really do with that? It's
Who decided to cut it so thinly, and did they try doing that with other parts of the body as well?
that's just got to be like rationing. Like Nutella was invented when they ran out of chocolate, and so to make chocolate go further, they mixed it with hazelnut.
Nonsense.
That's true.
Nonsense.
And they mixed it with hazelnut to make chocolate
But
go
it's
further.
superior to chocolate.
Well,
Nutella
that's
is
the
the
thing.
king of chocolate.
That's the thing. He just thought, I'll mix nuts in, and then turned out to be better off.
It's the best way to eat chocolate.
So I imagine that's probably what happened with ham and bacon. They probably
Someone
just
mixed
thought,
nuts with it.
No, they thought let's just.
Hold on, what's the difference between ham and bacon? This is important.
One's cured, isn't it, and salted and stuff, isn't it?
Well, I might let you have that. So what's the difference between bacon and gammon? Is it just how thick it's cut?
Didn't we establish before? I said that they weren't the same thing, and you said they were, and it turned out that it is just gammon is basically a big bacon steak.
It's all confusing, isn't it? Because you can go into Tesco and buy a gammon joint, but when you cook it, that becomes a ham. Unless you roast it, because if you roast it, then that's roast gammon, I think. So I think it is to do with how you prepare it, because I could buy the same joint of gammon twice. Well, I couldn't. Defies physics. But I could buy two similar gammon joints, and I could prepare one in the style of a ham, and prepare one and have it with Yorkshire puddings and roast potatoes, and you'd call them two different things. I don't understand. They're both just involve sticking it in the oven.
Joe, somebody told me that it was a great idea to cook gammon in a slow cooker with Coca-Cola, until apparently it makes the meat taste amazing.
I prepared a Coca-Cola ham at Christmas, and it
had
was
it recently.
the best ham I've ever eaten.
What did it taste like? Because we did it, right? And all I kind of felt like when I was eating it was that it was nice in that it was softer, but it didn't taste that different. And I kind of
Did you then cook it in the oven as well to crisp it up a little bit?
No.
So yeah, that was the crucial step. Basically, you take off all the fat, score it a little bit, poke cloves all over it, because cloves give it oodles of flavour. Then boil it in Coca-Cola for, I don't know, 2 hours, whatever you boil it for. Coca-Cola, a few onions and stuff like that. Just boil it up. So you've got that flavour really getting stuck into the meat. The meat's starting to go this sort of dark brown Coca-Cola-y type colour. But then you take it out, and then I made a mustard glaze to go on it, which was, I think, some Dijon mustard mixed in with a little bit of something else that I can't remember. Spread all that over the top like a crust. Stick it in the oven for about 25 minutes. And then the next day, slice it up. Once it's had a chance to cool down, slice it all up. And that little bit around the edge where the Coke's been there is really sweet and delicious. And you can taste the clove coming through, and you've got the crunchy mustard glaze on top. And the ham itself is soft and succulent and delicious. And it was the best ham I've ever had. I did it at Christmas, and I did not eat a turkey sandwich this year because I had ham, and I just threw the turkey away because all I wanted was Coca-Cola ham in my sandwiches with a nice thick spreading of English mustard all over it.
Two mistakes we made then was we left the fat on.
Oh, then your meat's not getting flavour, you're just flavouring the fat.
Yeah, the fat did taste all right.
I
I tried a bit of it, as you do. And the meat was really tender and really soft,
thought your wife is a vegetarian.
She is. She just did it for me.
So she prepared you an entire ham.
Well, yeah, the kids had some too.
She really is a chubby chaser, isn't she? Here you go, husband, have an entire ham. How's your diet going?
I once shared a ham with my dog before I had kids. Me and the dog just sat there while I cut chunks off and threw it to her.
I've often thought it would be quite good fun to go and buy a bacon joint on the bone from Tesco.
Yeah, I've done that.
And just cut a little bit off for myself and then give the rest to the dog.
I cooked one. I cooked like lamb, just held it by the bone. You've seen me do this in restaurants before. And I've been biting bits, and I've thrown the dog a bit, and then I've been biting bits.
But I'd want to eat half of it and then just throw the rest to the dog and just watch the look on his face as he gets a leg of lamb with some meat still on as well. I mean, he'd go mental.
Yeah, you're right. I think that'd be better. There are people who do that with their dogs.
When
aren't
I'm a
there?
millionaire, I'm going to cook Dave a leg of lamb.
People
and
in America will like take a deer and just like skin it and then leave it in their garden, and the dogs just have at it when they want.
Surely that's disgusting and mouldy after a day or two.
Apparently not.
Then dogs eat horse poo, so I
Yeah,
guess they'll
exactly.
eat anything. But bacon, getting back to bacon, wasn't it the Danes who invented it? They make all the fuss about it, don't they? Although if you're in America, it's Canadians. So are Danes and Canadians the same people?
Maybe they
Because
are.
they make
They're
a
both
fuss
happy,
about
aren't they?
Canadian bacon up there, don't they? But around these parts, it's Danish bacon. So is it the same bacon? What's the difference between Danish bacon and Canadian bacon? Is
Dunno.
Canadian bacon just dipped in maple syrup? Because if it is, that's just going to be like the Coca-Cola ham all over again. It's going to be a sweet, delicious ham product.
American bacon's quite weird, isn't it? It's very square.
And crispy, and you can just sort of hold it up like a stick. It's not really bacon, is it? It's just
My
crunchy
Irish nan used to
bacon
boil
flavoured.
bacon. That was very nice. You get a bag of bacon and boil it.
I'm not entirely sure bacon comes in a bag.
It does. She bought it in bags and boiled it.
Interesting. And B, the best thing about bacon is when it goes crispy. I've never boiled anything until it went crispy.
Well, she boiled it and it just turned really nice. I don't know. I just can't explain it.
I imagine it would be succulent.
very-
It would be
very
nice to
salty.
eat, but it's not going to be bacon because it's not going to go crispy. Bacon has to be crispy, surely.
I suppose you should have boiled it and then gave it a quick fry afterwards or something, just to get a bit of crispiness on the outside of it.
Have I shown you the website of the man who just has made loads of money just from selling bacon stuff in America?
I think you have, yeah.
I think we should do that business here because he's basically done, like Loot Crate or like Graze or any of these things. There's loads of them all over the internet for everything now where you subscribe to them and you get a box come through each month and you don't really know what's going to be in the box, but it'll be something from the sort of genre that you're looking at. So if you get Graze, it's nonsense health foods. If you get Loot Crate, it's nerdy toys and stuff. My daughter subscribes to Birchbox, which is makeup and lotions and nonsense like that. But this fellow in America, I think it's called baconmeplease.com. So if you're in America, check it out because it looks awesome. But you subscribe to that and he just sends you a selection of different bacons every month. And
That sounds perfect. I'm a beer hawk, which means I get beer through every month.
there you go. So what we need to do something like that because he basically isn't really involved in that business. He's just got the website. The butchers do all the work and he just does the website side of things. This is the kind of business we need to have. We could do the UK version. We could franchise Bacon Me Please. Make baconmeplease.co.uk.
Bacon me, please, sir.
Yeah, that would be brilliant. But when you go on his site, if you sign up for his mailing list, you know how if you sign up for our mailing list, you'll get a bonus episode of We're From the Internet every week, or if you do it for one of the books, you'll get a free copy of one of the books. When you sign up to his mailing list, you get sent a bag of maple syrup flavoured chunks of bacon.
Oh.
Now, whose mailing? If you had to join our mailing list or his mailing list, whose mailing list are you going to be on now?
Yeah, that's it. And surely, though, he's opening that up for abuse because there's plenty of ways I could set up a PO box. Just set up PO
I
boxes
think
every
the thing
day.
that stops people abusing it completely is you have to pay the postage and packing. So it's
Ah.
like $3. You sign up to the mailing list and then you pay $3 just postage to get your maple bacon sent through to you, which effectively you're buying bacon for roughly the price it would be in a shop probably, but it's covered in maple syrup and is delicious apparently. But,
Getting free bacon news on the side of
yeah,
it.
but you can buy bacon bowls and stuff from him as well. A bowl made of bacon. Imagine eating your cereal out of a bowl made of bacon. Then you finish your cereal and then you eat the bowl. That would be fantastic.
I'm surprised I haven't eaten a bowl before already, but that does sound interesting.
Or you could have, imagine you're having a hotel all you can eat breakfast. First thing you do, you pick up your bacon plate, put your eggs and your hash browns and all these other things that you
I've got a
love all
sausage
over
fork. Yeah, the handle's made out of sausages. And
it. Well, that could be our version of it. Just make
do you put sausageme.com?
sausage subscriptions. There's so many different varieties of sausage. Stop recording now. We've got a business to set up. Want to support the show? Do all your Amazon shopping through we'refromtheinternet.com/Amazon, and it doesn't cost you anything extra, but we get a little kickback on everything you buy.